My name is Ronny. My father was recreational director in Burlington, and they found the Carousel, I think it was in Pennsylvania, and then they moved it down here. And my dad said the first time he came into City Park, he had to come in it with a bush axe. It was just that growed up. And then in 1948, right before they opened it up, he came over here and they took pictures. Didn't even have lights on the Carousel. But I have a picture of him, which has been in the newspaper, of he and somebody else. We cannot figure out who that man is. I think it might be Hobart Steele, but I'm not sure. And then my mother was here that night, and I was 6 months old, and she held me in her arms. And they said I was the first child ever rode the Carousel. But my son, his name's Christian. He's 49, and this is my daughter Brittany, and we've tried to get here every year. As soon as they was old enough to walk, or even before, we'd come over here and hold them and ride the Carousel.
Papa brought the Carousel. That was the story. Every time we ride by and somebody says, "Oh, there's a Carousel," I'm like, "My Papa did that."
And people look at you like, "Yeah, right."
Yeah, people don't believe it, but it's true.
It's true. Piece of history. I never heard why. They just wanted one, and they found this one, a Denzel, and now it's a work of art and a masterpiece.
It was in a warehouse when he found it, right?
Yeah, they found it in a warehouse. It was all the pieces, and I think they had to actually had to reorder the horse tails because they were made out of real horsehair. So they had a lot of work to do to get it together. I remember I always wanted to ride a lion or a cat. Now why, I don't know.
I love the orange cat.
Yeah, and I still remember the old belts in there, where them belts get to turning, they'll pull that handle and it'll squeak and start going around, It was one of the largest drawing points in our county at the time. I mean, there was nothing else around at that time, and people would come from other counties just to come ride the Carousel and the Kiwanis Special Train, What gets me is when it's running, you can come over here on Sunday afternoon or any day it's running, and you'll see people my age, which I'm retired now, but you'll see people get on it and just smile. I mean, it's just something they grew up with. I grew up with it because my dad helped get it in here and helped get it up and running, and the rest of the park too. But the other people, it's just part of the way they grew up. My dad passed it to me, I passed it to my kids, and she's passed it on to these other kids, and it'll just be a part of their history.
Just keep sharing the love.
It just keeps going. Like the Carousel, it keeps going. Got to be fixed every once in a while, but you got to keep it going.